Urologist here. Let me start with something most men have never been told in a doctor's office. If blood flow has slowed with age, one of the simplest ways to support it does not come from a prescription, an injection, or an expensive supplement stack. It comes from a common vitamin powder used in a very specific way that directly supports nitric oxide and vascular flexibility. No stimulants, no hormones, no forcing anything, just physiology. And when used correctly, many men notice a difference in circulation within the same day. I've been a board-certified urologist for over a decade. I work with men every week who are frustrated, confused, and quietly worried about changes in firmness, stamina, and responsiveness. Most of them assume this is about testosterone or desire. In reality, in the vast majority of men over 45, it's about blood flow. In the next few minutes, I want to explain exactly why circulation changes with age, why most common solutions miss the real mechanism, and how one overlooked vitamin powder placed under the tongue can support blood flow in a way that aligns with how the body actually works. This isn't a miracle. It's not hype. It's something we've understood in vascular medicine for decades, but almost no one explains it clearly. Let's talk about the real problem first. As men age, the arteries do not suddenly fail. What happens instead is gradual endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the thin, living lining inside your blood vessels. Its job is to release nitric oxide, a signaling molecule that tells the vessel to relax, widen, and allow blood to flow freely. Nitric oxide is not a stimulant. It is not a drug. It is the body's natural language of circulation. With age, inflammation, oxidative stress, blood sugar exposure, and even chronic stress slowly reduce nitric oxide availability. The vessels become stiffer, the signal weakens. Blood still flows, but not with the same ease, speed, or responsiveness. That's why many men say, "I still have desire, but my body doesn't respond the way it used to." That is not a loss of masculinity. It is not a failure of will. It is a mechanical, biological issue. Most treatments focus on forcing a response downstream. They temporarily override the signal. What they do not do is support the health of the signal itself. Now let's talk about the solution. The vitamin I'm referring to is vitamin C, in simple powder form used sublingually, meaning placed under the tongue. Vitamin C is not just an immune vitamin. In vascular medicine, it is one of the most important cofactors for nitric oxide preservation. Its primary role here is not to create nitric oxide, but to protect it. Nitric oxide is fragile. It is easily destroyed by oxidative stress before it can do its job. Vitamin C acts as a scavenger. It reduces oxidative stress and stabilizes nitric oxide. It also helps regenerate tetrahydrobiopterin, a cofactor needed for proper nitric oxide synthase function. When that system is supported, the body's own circulation improves. This is why vitamin C shows up again and again in studies on endothelial health, blood pressure regulation, and vascular aging. Now, how to use it correctly. This is not about megadoses. More is not better here. A typical range is 250 to 500 milligrams of pure vitamin C powder. Place it under the tongue and let it dissolve slowly. Do not immediately swallow. Give it a minute or two to absorb. Timing matters. Many men use it in the evening when parasympathetic tone is higher and the body is more receptive to circulation. Others use it earlier in the day for overall vascular support. What you want to avoid is combining it immediately with high-sugar foods or alcohol, which increase oxidative stress and counteract the effect. Consistency matters more than intensity. Used regularly, this supports endothelial health over time, not just in the moment. In the short term, the benefit is improved responsiveness and ease of blood flow. In the long term, you are supporting the health of the vessels themselves. Better circulation does not just affect performance, it affects energy, mental clarity, recovery, and confidence. Now, let me address safety. Vitamin C is one of the most studied nutrients in medicine. It is not a stimulant, it does not raise testosterone artificially, it does not interfere with normal hormone signaling. Men with a history of kidney stones should discuss dosing with their physician, as very high oral doses can increase oxalate risk. The amounts we are discussing here are modest. If you are on blood pressure medication, improved vascular function may slightly enhance its effect, which is usually beneficial but should be monitored. This is not a replacement for medical care, it is a supportive tool. In terms of cost, this is one of the most accessible options available. A quality vitamin C powder costs very little compared to prescriptions, procedures, or ongoing therapies. It puts control back in your hands. The most important thing I want you to hear is this. Aging does not mean your circulation is destined to decline beyond help. Vascular health is adaptable. The body responds to support when you give it the right signals. Blood flow is not about forcing performance. It is about restoring communication between your vessels and your nervous system. When that communication improves, confidence follows naturally. Take circulation seriously, not with fear, but with understanding. Your body is not broken. It is responding to years of stress and wear, and with the right support, it can respond again. That's what I want for you.